is tie up, then how to solve the linear programming problem. Okay, so earlier what we get, if suppose delta j value is tie up, then no problem. Okay, we arbitrarily choose anyone. Maximum delta j, we can choose anyone. Okay, but in minimum ratio, you cannot choose arbitrarily. There will be some formula and you will remember this formula. So first page you see, I have given the formula, means if minimum ratio is tie up, then what is the formula? So all of you see the first page. Minimum ratio equal to element of the first column of the unit matrix, element of the first column of the unit matrix divided by a corresponding element of key column. Okay, so corresponding element of key column means element. Okay, and element of the first column of the unit matrix. So first you solve the problem, then you can easily understand how to find minimum ratio if tie up. So first you see the problem. Maximum z equal to twice x1 plus maximum z equal to twice x1 plus x2 such that 4x1 plus 3x2 less than or equal to 12 and 4x1 plus x2 less than or equal to 8 and 4x1 minus x2 less than or equal to 8, and here x1 12. So here first you see, here same as the problem is maximization problem. So and you see right hand side of the constraint means 12, you see the all the constraint. First constraint right hand side is 12, second constraint right hand side is 8, and third constraint right hand side is again 8. So all are positive, so no problem, and all constant sign are less than or equal to. So here for equality we use which variable? For equality,
So slack variable.
yes, slack variable we use. So for slack variable, you see, you here here I have used x3, x4, x5. So you can use this one s1, s2, s3. Okay, no problem. But I have used here x3. X3 is the slack variable of first constraint. X4 is the slack variable of the second constraint, and x5 is the slack variable of third constraint. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Earlier problems I have taken S1, here taken X3, so no problem. You take here also S1, X3 or etc. But just you remember here which variables you consider slack variable. So here how many equation in this problem, Arbaj?
Sir, 3.
3. And total variable is what after introducing slack variable?
5.
So
5.
6.
So yes.
6, sir.
Eh?
Sir,
Not
how it is
6,
6?
5. X1 and x2, then x3, x4, x5, 5 variable, not 6. Dipanshu,
Yes,
okay?
sir.
So
Yes,
5
sir. Yes,
variable.
sir.
So 5 minus 3. 5 means number of variable and 3 means number of equation. So 5 minus 3 means 2 variable equal to consider equal to, yes, 0. Yes, this one you consider two variable, this equal to 0. So here which variable we consider 0? Which variable is equal to 0? We consider?
X1 and X2.
Yes. Why not x3, x4, x5?
Sir, those are slack variables.
Or another, yes, slack variable, and from this slack variable, what we get?
And sir, the total number of variables is 5 and we have 3 equations. Then 5
Mm,
minus 3 equal to 2. So we take
mm,
2 variables equal to 0.
mm. And next, if suppose someone asks, why you have chosen x1 and x2 equal to 0? Why not x2 and x4 equal to 0? What will be your answer? Arva, Jeshita, Roshni, everyone,
Sir,
anybody?
because we have used x4 and x5 to equalize both the sides. If x3, x4 and x5 is equal to 0, then we can't write this equation is equal to 12 or equal to 8.
Or anybody? Arvas? My question is why we consider not x2 and x3 0? Nishita, Dipanshu, Anuj, Binoy, Shadeep. Answer will be what? Roshni already told this one. Okay, so you see 3x4 and x5. For x2, x3, x4 and x5, what we get? What type of matrix?
So
For
identity
x3,
matrix.
x4 and yes.
So you
Identity matrix.
Identity.
identity matrix.
Yes, identity matrix. Yes, just simple this answer. Because this gives us an identity matrix, so we cannot consider this equal to 0. Okay, so this gives us a able, and this one is non-basic. So here x1 and x2 0, then we get x3, x4 and x5. Then table will be remain same. You see here, first you fill up the table. Okay, so b means basic variable, cb means coefficient of the basic variable, xb is the current solution. Acha, y1 represent, capital y1 represent all the variable of x1, y2 represent all the variable of x2, y3 represent all the variable of x3, y4 represent all the variable of x4, and y5 represent all the variable of x5. So here you see, write all the coefficient of x1. So y1 will be 4, then second one is again 4, then 4. Y2 column is filled up by 3, 1, minus 1. Y3 column is filled up by 1, 0, 0. And y4 column is filled up by 0, 1, 0. And y5 column is filled up by 0, 0, 1. So here you see which column gives us identity matrix: y3, y4 and y5. So y3 you write in the first position in basic variable. In b column you see I have written y3, then second row will be y4 and third row is y5. So cb is corresponding to coefficient of y3 is 0 and coefficient of y4 is 0 in the objective function, and y5 is 0 in the objective function. Cj means coefficient of the objective function. So cj will be what? Cj equal to objective function maximum z is twice x plus 2. So 2 then 1. And when we introduce x4, x3, x4, x5, correspondingly I have not written in the objective function. You can write 0 into x3 plus 0 into x4 and 0 into x5 in the objective function. Okay. Next, you find out the delta J value. Okay, and Z value is CB into XB. So ultimately product, then this gives us 0. And delta J is same as earlier procedure. Delta J is CJ minus CB into YJ. So first value is 2. Delta J first value. Second value of delta J is 1. Third is 0. Fourth is 0. Fifth is 0. Can we get an optimal solution? No, we cannot get an optimal solution. Okay, we cannot get an optimal solution. So here, first you see what will be its incoming vector. Incoming vector will be what? What will be the incoming vector?
So it will be two. I mean like y1 column.
Y1.
Y1 vector. J, then 2 is our means y1 column means y1 is our incoming vector. So same as minimum ratio is minimum ratio will be xb by y1. So you see 12 by 4 is 3, 8 by 4 is 2, and 8 by 4 is again 2. Okay, so so incoming vector is y1, then minimum ratio row or outgoing vector, here minimum ratio is first row is 3, then second one is 2 2. So in the second row and third row minimum ratio is tie up. So which row we consider minimum ratio, second row or third row? So you go to the page number 1, minimum ratio. If minimum ratio is tie up, then this formula, minimum ratio will be element of the first column of the unit matrix divided by corresponding element of key column. So first element of the unit matrix will be what? Acha, first column of the unit matrix is which column? First column of the unit matrix?
Y3.
Y3 is good. So here in Y3 column, here which two row is tie up? For minimum ratio tie up, which one?
Sir, y4
Which
and
two row?
y5.
Y4 and Y5. Yes, good. Y4 and Y5. So you just compare with these two row, not the first row. You first row just you leave. Only row and third row you compare. Means first column of the unit matrix is Y3. So here we consider this 0. Second row Y3, second row. Y3 column, second row is 0, means you see element of the first column of the unit matrix, so 0. Corresponding element of key, what will be its corresponding element of key column?
4.
4. So 0 by 4. So 0 by 4 is what value? What is the value of 0 by 4? 0. Yes, 0. Then next you see third column of the third means y3 column and third row value is again 0. So 0 divided by 4. So again 0. So here we get 0 and 0. So we cannot compare. Both are same. Next you move to the second column of the unit. What is the second column of the unit matrix?
Y4.
Which column? Y4. Yes, good, Y4. So here, what will be the value? First one is,
1.
which one we consider?
Yes, sir.
1 divided by 4.
As for
Yes, sir.
divided by
Yes, 1 divided by 4. And next one will be 0
Divided by
divided by
4.
4. So we get what? 1 divided by 4 is 2.5, 0.25, and next one is 0. So which one is minimum? 0 is minimum. So 0 is minimum we get for which ratio? For the third row. Okay, so you see I have marked third row is our minimum ratio row. So you see everyone clear or not? Then if we do not get here minimum value, next we move to the third column of the unit matrix. Okay, and in these three we get, surely we get. And what happened? Which row we consider? Second row and third row you consider. We will not consider the first one because in first one not tie up row. Here just use rows are tie up row. So second row and third row is our tie up row. So we consider the first column of the unit matrix element divided by element of key column.
So,
So
sir,
here
usually like
G,
two like row will be tie up, right? I mean, three row tie up like won't happen now. Like so like
Arbaz,
so like I meant that will there be any like three row tie up like will it be only like two row tie up in questions and like examinations or something?
some in sometime maybe three row maybe happened or sometime maybe two.
So like with three row, how
See,
will we solve it? I mean like which row will you compare first? Like first and second, then like first and third. Like how will it be done?
and where first you will check means what means first element of the key column means identity matrix first element, suppose 1 by 12. Okay, 1 by 12 or maybe this one there will be some value maybe if three row if tie up there will be you will get, but here will be some value maybe changes
No, so
means
like I
in
meant
this
like
way you will get.
which row will we compare? Like let's say that three rows have been tie up. So like we'll compare the first row with second. Then like for like will we compare like first with third? Then like will second be like so that's the question.
Then you compare like this. Suppose this one because changes because otherwise you cannot solve. Then suppose here in place of 3 2. Okay, so 3 row is tie up. Then this one will be what? 1 divided by 4, then 0 divided by 4, then 0 divided by 4. So if we do not get here minimum value, means again tie up minimum value, then you second column of the unit matrix, then you move to the third column of the unit matrix, but anyway you will get. Okay, so there will be some changes of value, otherwise you will not get. Clear?
Yes, sir. And like will sometimes the formula for minimum ratio like won't be able to find a minimum ratio. Like will that happen? Like after like doing the like three columns, like we can't find the minimum ratio. Then like
If we do not get, suppose if we do not get the minimum ratio, then you will write therefore this does not gives us an optimal solution, because that type of problem I shall solve next class, or after that class we shall solve. If minimum ratio, if we cannot evaluate minimum ratio, this does not gives us solution. Here delta j is positive, but minimum ratio cannot find out, then this gives we cannot get the optimal solution. Get this one?
Yes, sir.
So here you will remember. So here you see minimum ratio how to find out. So find out like this. So formula just you will remember. Minimum if minimum ratio equal to element of the finite matrix divided by corresponding element of the key column, and you see which two row tie up. This one will be second table, same as earlier. You will find out the second table. Here you see outgoing vector is y5, because I have written y5 here. Y5 is outgoing vector and incoming vector is y1. So 4, element 4 is our pivot element. So y5 is out and y5 is replaced by y1 in the second table, you will see. And that value you will evaluate. Remaining calculation are same. Okay, so here you see third column is divided, third row is divided by 4. Third row is divided by 4, you will get the second table, you see, you will get the value. So similarly, second row and first row you will calculate, means old new element equal to old element minus intersection of key row key column divided by pivot element. So after calculation, again you see in the second table, delta j value is again in y2 column positive 3 by 2. So this is our incoming vector. And what happened? Here minimum ratio will be xb xb by y2. So 4 by 4 is 1, 0 by 2 is 0, and third one is negative. So negative we will not consider. So 0 here minimum value. So 0 is our outgoing. So it's y2 y4 row is our outgoing. So this is pivot element is 2, and this one will be y4 is this one. So this one will be your pivot element will be 2. So similarly y4 is outgoing is replaced by y2. Okay, so next one will be in the third table. Similarly you find out, and here you see again you get the delta j positive. So y5 is your incoming vector, and minimum ratio you will get in the first row. So this y3 is replaced by y5. So in the fourth table, you see, in the fourth table, all delta j value is 0 or less than or equal to 0, solution we get. And maximum delta j is 5. And here, in the original equation means inequality, how many variable present? Harbaz, in the original equation means original problem,
Sir, 2.
2. What are the variables?
X1 and X2.
Correct.
Yes, x1 and x2. So we need value of x1. X1 means corresponding to y1. So y1, what is the value of y1 in this solution in the last table?
3 by 2.
3 by 2. So maximum candidate confused, written 2. 2 is not the solution. 2 is the coefficient of x1. Okay, in the objective function. So y1 value is means x1. So x1 is 3 by 2 and x2 is 2. X2 is not 1. Okay, because 1 is the coefficient of x2. So thus in this way, this gives us an optimal solution. So here you see this is tie up, then this you will solve this. Okay, so calculation part you will see. Any doubt, then ask. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
So can you explain the minimum ratio again?
Uh,
I have a confusion.
Minimum ratio means first you see which rows tie up. So in this problem, second row and third row is tie up. Okay, so second row and third row is tie up, so no arise of the first row. Here first row just you leave, forget first row, just second row and third row element you will consider. So minimum ratio equal to formula is uh, elements of first column of the unit matrix, first column of the unit matrix divided by corresponding element of key column. So first column of the unit matrix is which one? First column of the unit matrix are in this problem. Unit matrix which one?
Y3 column.
Y3 column is the first column of the unit matrix. Then we take which element? You will not take the first row, second row. So in the second row, first element of the first column of the unit matrix is what? 0. Clear, Nihal?
Yes, sir.
0 divided by corresponding element of key column. তার corresponding element to কি আছে?
4.
4. তো 0 by 4, তো 0 by 4 তুমি লিখিলা, কমা, নেক্সট থার্ড রো ইউনিট ম্যাট্রিক্সৰ এলিমেন্টটো কি আছে? What is the element of unit matrix in the third row?
0.
0 divided by 4, corresponding element of key column. Okay, so 0 divided by 4, so first ratio you got 0 by 4 and second one you got 0 by 4. So 0 by 4 is 0, comma 0 by 4 is 0. So here you get 0 0. In 0 0, can you compare the minimum value? Can you compare?
No, sir.
No. So next you move to the second column of the unit matrix. Second column of the unit matrix is which column?
Y4.
Y4. So in Y4 you see which Y4, so element, first you take element is what? 1. First you take the element 1, because first row will not consider. So element of here formula is what? Element of first column is 1. So element column of the unit matrix. So second column of the unit matrix is what? 1. 1 divided by what? 1 divided by corresponding element of key column?
1/4.
1 by 4. So answer is 0.25. Then you go to the third row. So unit matrix of third row element is what?
0.
0 divided by corresponding element of key 4. So 0 by 4 is 0. So 0.25 and 0, we can compare the minimum value.
Yes, sir.
We can compare.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So 0 for which ratio? For 0 by 4 we get the minimum value. For 0 by 4 ratio we get the minimum value. So this present in which row? So this is third row is our, means what? Third row is our minimum ratio row. Okay,
Okay, sir.
clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay, so just response your name, Oboni Boro.